Provisional voting only used when a federal office is on the ballot. What is provisional voting? Provisional voting provides a fail-safe procedure for voting during federal elections when any person arrives to vote and is not listed as an eligible voter and is not authorized to vote by an election official. A provisional ballot is a paper ballot given to the voter so they are able to cast their ballot provisionally until election officials verify the voter's eligibility to vote in the federal election. It is important to note that provisional voting is not convenience voting, where a voter may appear anywhere in the state to vote and have their vote counted. When is provisional voting available? Provisional ballots are only available during a federal election and only include federal races, which are the presidential preference primary, U.S. President, U.S. Senator, and/or U.S. Representative. Provisional voting does not apply to local or state races, propositions, or constitutional amendments on the ballot during federal elections. Who is a provisional voter? Before they are given a provisional ballot, a person being considered as a provisional voter must certify in writing on the provisional ballot affidavit envelope that they are registered to vote in the parish and are eligible to vote in the election for federal office. If a voter arrives to vote and they are registered in the parish but at the wrong precinct, recommend to the voter that they go to their precinct to vote so they can vote on all candidates and questions, not just federal races. If a voter identifies with one of the following 4 categories, they may be given a provisional ballot. When a person's name does not appear in the precinct register or supplemental register, and they are not authorized to vote by an election official. When a voter is challenged and a majority of the commissioners determine that the challenge is valid. When the clerk of court or the secretary of state informs the commissioners that a court has ordered extended poll hours. Or when an inactive voter cannot vote on the voting machine because they cannot affirm that they moved outside the parish more than 3 months ago, they are not eligible to vote. Refer to the provisional voting chart in the informational pamphlet for detailed information. Please note, all forms and envelopes used with provisional voting will be printed with purple ink, except for the provisional ballot itself. There are 2 additional supply items included with the regular supplies in the back of the voting machine for federal elections. A Braille booklet envelope, which will be located in the green canvas bag, and a purple Election Day provisional packet, which will be located in the precinct-specific envelope. It will contain the provisional ballots and affidavit envelopes for the precinct and pencils. Important. Always open the purple Election Day provisional packet and inventory your supplies in a federal election. Follow the instructions in the informational pamphlet for Election Day voting to allow for provisional voting in federal elections. When the election day ends, place all voted provisional ballots, provisional ballot stubs, and all unused provisional ballots and affidavit envelopes back into the purple Election Day provisional packet and return it to the clerk of court with a clear plastic zipper bag. The Braille booklet provides voting information for any voter with a visual impairment who reads Braille, and it will be returned to the green canvas bag. What is the procedure for voting provisionally? When allowing a person to vote a provisional ballot, the commissioner prints the voter's name in the precinct register behind the Provisional Voters tab. The voter signs next to their name, prints their address, and the commissioner initials. The person's name is also written in the 2 poll lists on the second to last page, starting at number 1681. The commissioner selects the appropriate provisional ballot from the supply envelope, removes the ballot number stub from the bottom portion, and retains the stub. The commissioner completes the top red portion of the provisional envelope flap by writing the ballot stub number in 2 places on the envelope flap and writing the ward, if any, and the precinct number. The envelope clearly states where the commissioner is to complete information and where the voter completes information. This is very important so that the voter can later track the status of their provisional ballot. The voter completes the remaining information on the envelope flap and signs. The commissioner gives the voter the provisional ballot, the envelope, and a pencil, and directs the voter to a private area where they can mark the ballot in secret. After voting, the voter seals the ballot inside the envelope and returns it to the commissioner. A pencil is provided so that the voter may change their vote if they choose, but a voter may use a pen to mark the ballot, and if the voter spoils their ballot, he may have a ballot replacement. Be sure to verify that all information is completed on the sealed envelope flap and that the voter has signed. It is important for the commissioner to remove the red "To the provisional voter's" top portion of the envelope flap and give it to the voter so that the voter may track the status of their provisional ballot through the Secretary of State's website to see if it was counted. All voted provisional ballots and all unused provisional supplies must be returned to the clerk of court on election night. Commissioners should return all supplies and voted provisional ballots into the purple Election Day provisional packet envelope and complete Section 2 of the instructions as necessary. Return it to the clerk of court with a clear plastic zipper bag. If you are missing any provisional voting supplies, have questions, or need clarity regarding provisional voting on Election Day, call the Clerk of Court's office as soon as possible. It is always good practice to be prepared ahead of time as best you can. We thank you for your time and dedication to our great state. Our goal is to make sure everyone has an opportunity to go vote.